As has been reported on a number of times by the global media, Volkswagen is massively struggling with its software. In fact, it's struggling so much that it's delaying the release of some of its flagship electric cars by several years. This is an unmitigated catastrophe for Volkswagen and the Volkswagen Group. Frankly, how they'll bounce back from this is questionable. Will they even survive it? Honestly, I don't know. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, and today I've got to say a big thank you. Thank you to those of you who supported us, the YouTube channel, on Patreon. Really appreciate your support. Those of you who have joined our YouTube group, you get perks on the group. You can see videos earlier, pre-release videos. I'll put a link in the description below to that YouTube group if you want to join that as well. Also, thank you to those of you who have emailed me messages of support and letting me know some tips and ideas you have for how I can go about setting up my new electric car solar system at home, and also how I can get my car from miles away in Queensland down here to Melbourne, even though I can't register it to drive on the road. Tricky one there, and one of you has given me a really awesome tip. I've used that tip and I've managed to, get a company to bring it from Queensland down to Melbourne, which is a long way. It's like 2,000 kilometers for only 700 Australian dollars, so $500 US. Unbelievable. Anyhow, moving on. What's going on at Volkswagen? Well, Volkswagen, they had thousands and thousands of electric cars about a year ago sitting in a parking lot for, I think it was about 3 or 4 months, because they couldn't figure out how to get the software working on them, because doing software in-house turns out to be a lot harder than mainstream automotive companies thought it was. Now, believe this or not, Toyota, Honda, most companies around the world that you know of, you've bought cars from, don't make their own software. I mean, most people don't know that. You probably know that because you're intelligent, you watch YouTube videos and you know what's going on, right? Most people are not aware of the fact that this kind of stuff comes from external companies. So once Volkswagen decided, no, we're going to do what Tesla's doing, make it ourselves, well, everything went pear-shaped. Big time. You've heard the reports, I'm sure. You don't have to be an anti-Volkswagen person to know that Volkswagen went through a hell of a time getting software to work. And many owners of their ID4 and ID3 electric cars were, well, to put it mildly, pissed off. Well, now, problems at Volkswagen Group's CATL software division could delay key new electric cars from Audi, Porsche, Bentley, and even Volkswagen as well. According to a major German automotive publication, which cites unnamed sources, Audi's new flagship, developed under the Artemis project, will not launch until 2027, 3 years later than initially planned. The sources also said that Bentley's plan to sell only battery-powered cars by 2030 is looking extremely doubtful, while Porsche's new electric Macan and Audi Q6 e-tron sister model are threatened with serious delays as well. Both are supposed to launch next year. Looks like that won't be happening. The report claims CATL is far behind schedule in its development of new software for these models. The Volkswagen Group subsidiary was supposed to launch a new 2.0 software generation capable of hands-off level 4 autonomous driving as early as 2024. But that is unlikely from what is going on by the looks of things at the moment. Because of these delays, the first production Artemis car, internally called Landjet, will only start after Volkswagen's Trinity electric flagship sedan, according to company sources. That would be at the end of 2026 at the earliest, and more likely now 2027. Volkswagen is currently building a new factory in Wolfsburg to produce the Trinity starting in 2026. Audi is now said to plan the launch of a slimmed-down electric flagship, codenamed Landyacht, with a higher body shape in 2025. This particular model will not feature the autonomous driving tech that was supposed to help Audi compete with EVs from Tesla, BMW, and Mercedes-Benz. Instead of using 2.0 software, a future development of the intermediate 1.2 version is now planned. The latter is reportedly also way behind schedule, as it was supposed to be completed in 2021, and it's still not done now, about 7 to 10 months after when it was meant to be completed. According to the report, executives at Porsche and Audi are frustrated by these delays. Porsche has begun pre-series production of the electric Macan at its plant in Leipzig, while Audi is planning to do the same, with the Q6 e-tron in Ingolstadt at the end of this year. The problem is the software of these EVs still doesn't work. The hardware is great, but the software is missing, said a Porsche source for this automotive publication in Germany. Earlier this month, CATL head Dirk Hildenberg said the company would be streamlined in an effort to step up the pace of software development. In May, the Volkswagen Group Supervisory Board was reported to be demanding a reworked plan for the software division. And At the same time, apparently Herbert Diess's job was on the line. We heard many reports in Germany that he was on the precipice of potentially losing his job. Now, I kind of hope he does, because hopefully Tesla poaches him and that helps them speed up and my shares are worth more money. I think if Tesla hires this Herbert Diess as their new CEO and Elon can just oversee things, then I think I can see my Tesla shares bouncing back up to where they were at a few months ago. So that would be good if that happened. Anyway, getting back to the point here, which is this really the car company that's going to beat Tesla in 2024? Make more electric cars than Tesla or BYD as well in 2024? Is that really looking like this company right here? I don't think so. Are they ramping up with massive speed that they need to have to beat those two companies in a year and a half's time? No, they're not. Are their sales numbers this year massively jumping up like BYD's are? No, they're not. Are they struggling to even get software in their cars to work? Yes, they are. Is this a company that you have full faith in? Really? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Personally, it's not a company I have full faith in right now at all. That said, I have to say, I really want Volkswagen to get their shit together and succeed. We need them to. They're one of the biggest automotive companies on the earth. And you know what? Unlike Toyota, they're actually trying. They are trying. You don't get points for coming last, but you do get the crowd giving you a clap and a cheer and saying, well done. You got there eventually. Now, hopefully, that's what happens with Volkswagen. But at this point in time, things are looking very, very concerning. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this situation in the comments below. As always, remember though, in spite of this, the world is definitely getting better every day. Or at least maybe not every single day, but every week anyway. And we're lucky to be alive right now in the best time in human history to be alive.